favorite memory of Folk would be during officer training when we were canoeing, and I might have tipped my canoe, and he and Tag both had to get out of their canoes in their jeans and tennis shoes to rescue me in my canoe.
Favorite memory of Folk is always messing with him and calling him Dad, and probably learning what milking the mouse was, even though it hurts.
Favorite memory with Folk is just spending time with him every day in class and asking him annoying questions and watching him react to the boys being stupid.
My favorite memory with Falk would be raising bodybuilder chicks in animal science class that look like me.
My favorite memory of Falk is when I yell at him every single day because he's stressing me out, and then we argue and I always win.
My favorite memory with Folk is just going on all the CDE trips and national convention and things like that, and just being with him and all his funny lines and things like that.
My favorite memory with Folk, there are many, but the trips we take, the CDEs, and with the FFA, but mostly the one we did, the environmental natural resources one down in Columbus. He drove the bus, or the van. That was a lot of fun. So that would be my favorite memory.
My favorite memory of Falk is being called Little Jimmy after my grandfather.
Okay, so my favorite memory with Folk would have to be pretty much spending any time with him, but especially hearing him yell at the boys all the time, and me sitting in the back of the room on my phone as the boys are getting in trouble for being on their phone.
My favorite memory with Folk would have to be when I'm asking for things or complaining and he tells me he wants ice water in hell too.
My favorite memory with Folk had to be this year's varsity parley practices when he would basically just make fun of the boys and call them all boneheaded llamas, and Katie and I just did whatever we wanted.
My favorite memory of Folk is when we had straw for the hay bale throwing contest at the FFA assembly, and he got all mad because he swore up and down that we've never thrown straw in a hay bale throwing contest. So then I ended up betting him that we have, and in the end I ended up finding a picture that showed us throwing straw in the hay bale competition. So he ended up buying my meal at one of the general livestock competitions.
So my favorite memory with Folk is when I would always cry and he would tell me to knock it off and find something constructive to do, and how he told me that it's just not worth it.
So my favorite memories of Falk, we always went to the CDs, and like ENR last year, it was just us guys and Falk, and that was probably by far one of my favorite CD trips, just us guys and going out and having a good time and learning from Falk and going through all the various activities that I do through the FFA and just talking to Falk and learning about things that he did as a kid and like things that I do, and it's really cool that even though back then he still does the things that I want to do today, and he's more of like an inspiration to me, how just like he just knows like almost everything. He's just such a cool guy.
I think the thing that I thought about with Dan is the way that he says things. I remember talking to him about Western Ohio, and he told me it was so flat you could see your dog run away for a week. And I thought that was classic Dan, and that's one of the things I appreciate is the way he can visualize and make me see things.
Probably one of my favorite memories of teaching with Folk was when I was student teaching with him. When one afternoon he decided that learning how to teach ag was more than just teaching ag in the classroom, and that he needed some hay raked at home. So he asked me if I'd ever raked hay, and my answer was no. So he and a friend of ours that had graduated also from Northwestern and had Folk as a teacher, we went to his house and I learned how to rake hay. And so I guess my favorite memory is that, and the fact that he's always wanting to teach more than just in-class things, and about the whole aspect of agriculture and making sure you're well-rounded.
Folk has impacted my life by helping me decide what I want to do for my future career, and So I will be attending Purdue University this fall to do ag education to follow Folk's footsteps.
Folks taught me just to be like honest and be who I am, because you might as well just be who you are. Not everybody has to like you.
He impacted my life by teaching me how to weld and further my education with the animals on my farm.
Folk impacted my life by helping me find my mentor for senior sem and teaching me just about life lessons and how to be myself.
Folk has impacted me by teaching us good life skills that we'll actually use instead of math.
Mr. Folk has definitely impacted me in a positive way. He's helped teach me like a lot of lessons. Life lessons helped shape me as an FFA member and as a person, taught me to work hard and do the best that I can do.
Folk has affected my life for sure. You know, you have teachers that teach you whatever the subject of that class is. Then you have teachers that are like family, and they teach you life lessons. And Folk said things, you know, I'm never gonna forget. There's been times I didn't want to do something, or I did want to do something, and he, you know, talked me out of it or talked me into it, or he teaches you life lessons. And like I said, it's more like family to you, and it affects your life more than any other teacher.
Folks impacted my life by being a role model in the agricultural industry that I can look up to.
So Folk has been such a great impact in my life. He has furthered my love for agriculture, getting me started in dairy judging, and which actually made me have a hard choice for college this year if I wanted to be in the dairy field or go into occupational therapy. And pretty much both him and Tag have just shaped me and made me grow as a human, and I have a lot to thank to Folk for, because he's been there the last 2 years of dairy judging, and I love him greatly.
Folk has impacted my life in many ways by being just an all-out positive, really funny person. He's one of those teachers in the school that can just put a smile on my face any time of the day, and he's always really happy and positive in the mornings when everyone else is grumpy.
Folk has impacted my life in many ways, but I'd have to say the most thing that I'm going to remember is him always giving me advice at the right time and just being that person that I can go to and kick me in the butt when I need it.
The best way Folk has impacted my life is through speaking. With how he's taught us in the classroom on public speaking and how to give speeches, it's really made me more comfortable in the classroom and in public settings when I have to talk to people or give speeches.
So Folk has impacted my life just by the way that he always knows like exactly what to say and exactly when to say it, and sometimes it's funny, sometimes it breaks your heart, but the things that he tells you stick with you and they help you grow and help you really be the best person you can be. And I think that that's the biggest thing that I'm taking away from the time I've spent with him and the time I've spent in FFA, just that you can grow, but it just kind of takes the right person to help you get there.
Folk has greatly impacted my life. My older siblings were always in FFA, and my one sister Kirsten, she always really pushes me, but to be the baseline of it, it's always really been Folk. He's always told me that he knows I can do it even though I know that I can't, and he always tells me afterwards when I'm like, hey Folk, I did such a good job, and he's like, I know you could, but you didn't. And that's one of the things that always sticks with me, that him believing in me and knowing that I can do almost anything as long as I put my mind forward to it. That has really impacted me, and it's helped me not only in FFA, but through sports and even trying to do other various things through other agricultural experiences. And it's amazing how one person can impact your life so much.
As far as Dan in my life, especially educationally, I am so impressed with what he has built here in coming into here to what I would say is a premier ag program in the state of Ohio and beyond. And it's largely been his product, and obviously Heather has worked with him through the years, but that's the thing that I am so impressed with, his passion, and really in my time as we worked towards the end of his educational career, he still was open to new ideas, and using the same dog scenario, he's certainly an old dog that does do new tricks.
So Mr. Folk has impacted me ever since I started student teaching. and he has been a mentor, a friend, and my colleague for a lot of years now. And I'm really gonna miss him next year, and all of the time that we spend together in and out of the classroom with FFA activities and meetings, the endless meetings that we have to go to. But he truly has impacted me and in the development in my personal teaching skills through this profession and in the agriculture industry.
Bye.